Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacast from your host and Pearl Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off here to a 1v1 on crossing in the woods to the north. It is Lenya, fighting for the German army, Deutschland, the Großdeutschland Panzergrenadier Division, with grand offensive featuring the Panzerfusiliere, smoke bombs, Infra-Sturmgewehr 44, die Panzerkommande, and the Commandtagebefehls Panzerkampfwagen 6 Tiger, with infantry, Raketenwerfer, and Oberson bullets to the south. It is Shogun Cho fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin, taking on the role here of the glorious 1st Guards Mechanized Corps with its armored assault tactics, got motor and mechanized support with penal trooper double mine, and a special rifle command here for Shogun Cho. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters, these champions, these heroes of the Propagandacast will keep me in the business. Big thanks to them, and you too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or you can always just also end my gratitude by donating. Links in the description. Every bit helps me, keep me in the business. And I'll let you know, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button as well, so the YouTube algorithms, try and keep me a bit more relevant. Anyways, double Panzer start here for Lenya. Bit rare to see Panzer builds from the Oberkommando West, since while later on they become quite strong, early on you're basically paying more for a unit that is weaker than the Volksgrenadier, which tends to be a bit of a turn-off when you can just go for a lot of Volksgrenadiers. So of course, if your opponent's going for them 3-1s, obviously the anti-tank rifle grenade is going to be a great thing there, and obviously if you can survive long enough with them, the Panzergrenadiers also just become great, because, again, they scale much better thanks to the recon package compared to the Volksgrenadiers later on, since they pack quite a bit of manpower, plus they become 6-man squads. So there's a lot there, obviously, but again, it's that sort of gap between early mid-game where the Panzergrenadiers attempt to, I would say, dissuade a lot of players from jumping into the Panzergrenadier pool. But there you go, double units, Cup teams from the of Shogun Cho got scrambled here, Panzer holding them back, and there going to tank rifle it off. Clearly, Shogun Cho was not expecting the mighty Panzergrenadier there to, well, obstruct his way with rifle grenades of the anti-tank kind. 3rd Panzer squad on the way there for Lenya. We got one squad heading eastwards here. Already here, obstructing Shogun Cho's western push here with glorious German arms. Fun fact, Panzerfusilier was basically just an honorific title to Panzergrenadiers, initially of the Großdeutschland Panzergrenadier Division. Later on, other divisions would get their own Panzerfusilier elements. But again, it was actually quite rare, and basically just meant, it's a fancier title for Panzergrenadier. That's basically it. So, quick fun fact there. Engineers start coming about here. We got pins coming up as well. The Strafniki with SVT-40s. More Panzers rhyming here. We're probably seeing more Panzers here from Shogun Cho. Oh, penal troopers, not Panzers, damn it. Penal troopers there from. There you go. Another squad on the way. The Panzers attacking here. Shogun Cho in a bit of a sticky spot here versus Lenya. He's effectively allowing himself to be pinned down here by the Western Fuel Pin. He wants it, damn it, and he's not going to allow any fascists to stop him. He will seize this point no matter the cost. 4th Panzer squad away here for Lenya. That is a lot of Panzer for this, certainly, and of course once they get upgraded, that's going to be a lot of bang for your buck. There you go, pushing ahead here. Steel Panzer on one side, their Panzer tank from the other side. Comes up the advancing troops there. Flamethrowers not on the way here. Oh, there we go, he is getting in there. Nearly avoided, I think, another anti-tank rifle in the scout car. Steel Panzer charging in, then he's careful of the scout car. He risks losing here. Charging the Steel Panzer, disrupting the formation. Could cause a wipe here on Lenya. Does he get it? Oh, nope, doesn't. Troop falling back here. Needs to pop the engineers up before the scout car gets pelted with anti-tank rifle grenades. Down to 3 on each squad here. And we got the 2nd penal squad. There we go. Finally pushed back here. A heavy series engagement between Shogun Cho and Lenya. Ultimately ends up in favour of Shogun Cho, but at the cost that the eastern side has been quite peacefully seized there by the German army. We got Shogun Cho. We got Moto. Shogun Cho is a very big fan of this doctrine, like he almost religiously goes for it, which is quite fun if you know the doctrine inside and out and how to use it. Quite effective, and that's great. Some people may look down upon it, but if you know how to use it, good. Just going Western Point here. Scout car on the way there for, not Scout car, but a truck on the way there for Lenya. Very high chance of that being a battlefield headquarters, so he can heal his troops up for some missions for the recon packages. Okay, troop enforcing healing. Humans were flanking in there. West side slowing gobbled up. Now it's got moving into the east side. Scout car been fixed up with engineers. Sorting out the dents, the damage. Ultimately be applying some fresh cut of paint there. Troops sitting out there. Panzers there reinforcing. Fresh push here. We'll have to see what Shogun Cho. He's going to probably go for Guardsman here next versus opponent. Would not be surprised at that. Not be surprised at that. A lot of guardsmen with DP light machine guns could certainly give the Panzerfusilier here a bit of a hard time, using these fuel pump. Meanwhile, disrupting Lenya's fuel supply here. Panzerfusilier setting out, truck waiting there for the resources. Got 2 Panzer squads being dispatched eastwards. In this regard, Shogun definitely has the high mobility thanks to the scout car, but infantry-wise, Lenya has the greater numbers. Plus, the anti-tank grenades on the Panzerfusilier actually means the mobility advantage isn't that great, since you can't use it as efficiently as you would like to, because getting risk, getting impelled with anti-tank grenades, in which case his mobility advantage goes straight down the toilet. So there's certainly some more challenges here for Shogun versus Lenya currently, and it's definitely looking like he's going to try and go for the heavy guards build here. So that way push back at Lenya and the Germans. Penal troopers moving westwards. Want to keep on the Panzers moving, probably because they have P in the name as well. Well, anyways, Shogun Chomon's way there from a guard squad. I can be able to call in. Time for their scattering. There you go. At least 6 men in mark. You can call them in. And he does so. He's shot the munitions with the light machine guns. They're not too far off either. They should probably get at least 1 munitions point to assist for that. Consulting the Panzerfusilier. And we got. No, he actually goes to the mechanized regiment. The absolute madman. That I definitely did not see coming. I mean, you figured with that many Panzerfusiliers, he'd be actually, going for a battle group headquarters. But Lenya, the absolute insane bastard, went instead for the mechanized regiment. The fast looks here. Grenade off, takes out a Punitive squad, a huge blow to Shogun Cho. Does have the guard squad, of course, enough of them can, slow down any light tanks like that. But even then, this seems pretty risky in some ways. They can go for the light machine gun there, engineer scout car there. Panzer was routed, almost got the eastern fuel point there. Going westwards there, it looks almost done. Worth noting, we are not seeing any upgrades here for the guard squads as of yet. Definitely should, I think, prioritise that as soon as possible. Will be, of course, quite useful as all the infantry, which Lenya is chucking here at Shogun at the moment. It's probably going to need at least 1 more guard squad to have a decent chance of slowing down the looks, but oh wait, there you go, arriving here for the CoH Deutschland. Certainly a twist I did not expect to this. Also got the first squad he upgraded with the recon package, the G33s, and an eventual 6th man once it gets reinforced. Mine's done, need to fall back here a bit though. We'll have to see how Shogun reacts to this. I mean, obviously this could be very well the mind game there by Lenya in a sense. Again, they're like, go heavy Panzer, expects his opponent then to go for battle headquarters, and then he pulls the mechanized regiment, exactly knowing his opponent will not be ready for a fast look perhaps. That's definitely some interesting mind games, if that's the case there by Lenya, and certainly some higher level strategy. Of course, not without its risks, but again, well executed obviously, can certainly have a profound effect on the opponent. And there you go, bringing it on the retreating guardsmen. Shogun finds resource cut off, but there you go. Guardsmen with the Steel Pioneers in the west will go for a 3rd squad here, will try and take up. What will Shogun do in response to Lenya's mechanized hard shift? Looking for mines. Setting up for the attack round of the looks. But he is narrowly missing it. Guards was the Panzerfusilier. No upgrades yet for any of the guard squads here. I mean, as more and more Panzer comes up, it really becomes necessary for his guards to get upgraded. But with the T-70, of course, may be incentivized to push for a fast T-70 here. That'll push more guards out, and there you go. 3rd guard squad here. Shogun is really just throwing them out there at Lenya and the Germans. Meanwhile, got an infantry over here for Lenya. Luke's being hauled back for repairs. Damaged engine. Lone transmission. Sauerkraut jar cracked. Advancing over the Straflinie against the Panzerfusilier. Guards putting up support here. Still no sign of any of the squads being upgraded. With DP light machine guns, which certainly looks a bit strange considering how many he's got there. I mean, they're obviously still decent without them, but they really do pack a punch with double light machine guns versus German infantry. I'm pushing back across the side here. We got a point here, but that's right under the nose of the looks. East side of the engineers, the guard squad going for the punches there. Still no sign of tech either for Shogun Cho. The faster he can get out some armor here versus Lenya, I think the better here. Panzer being burned out. Guards called there. I'm watching there. Go. Looks engaging. West side here, pushing out the Panzer facility there with a small hidey hole. Just trying to tag into that. There you go. Push back. Can't push past the Guards rifle infantry and heavy cover that easily. In particular, he doesn't know if there's any more nearby, in which case if he does push ahead and, you know, get stuck up, he could be in a lot of trouble. Particularly, there's actually a mine there. West side, the enemy put up the Strafniki, almost got the western fuel point there secured. Still no tech there for Shogun Cho. The faster the better there, obviously. Sturm in support. No minesweepers though. But it's obviously the Sturm plan is to help, you know, push pressure on the Guards. The second Guards moving in. This spot for Fenrir against the Sturm Pioneer. Got counter spot going out. That set, assault for Lenya is slightly disrupted in the end. Guards want the flanking from there. Good grenade off. Almost getting a full wipe there. In the center, Panzer hitting a mine, and Jürgen and Otto gets their faces blown off. Meanwhile, on the west side, the MD-34 going aggressive and trying to catch the Guards fort there. Not ready for an aggressively handled MD-34 there from Lenya. Lenya is definitely playing some very aggressive games here. Definitely playing some high stakes, but again, to a degree calculated and just, you know, banking on the fact his opponent isn't expecting. And a lot of the time, Shogun Cho is not expecting it. He's almost like the Spanish Inquisition, except he speaks German and is better dressed. Nobody expects a blitzkrieg. Hey, I was about to say nobody expects the blitzkrieg. Well, the blitzkrieg is so fast, it arrives even before you can say it. Oh, that's very efficient of you. Yes. And it's just reinforcing healing. Shogun Cho really should be taking up. I'm really surprised we're not seeing that. Obviously, he may be just wanting to go for the mechanized armor company because he thinks he goes for the T-70. He's going to get by Puma, at which point, you know, why bother? I can certainly understand that logic and appreciate it, but, you know, it's still setting up in time for the other stuff is probably not a bad idea either. But anyways, losing actually the fuel points here. Second truck. No, actually, no trucks yet here for Lenya. Mine goes off in the Panzerliers. Heinz and Heinrich find their feet blown off. Large Guards platoon there masked here by Shogun Cho for the glory of Comrade Stalin. Tank to tank command going up there for Shogun Cho. Looks moving in there, using cautious maneuver, ambushing the Guard squad there. That was versus all the guns. We finally got some light machines up there, finally. And we can see that the Panzers there taking a lot of damage in the process. One squad already down to half size, the other one is still good strength. We see there, Shogun Cho slightly threatened by this. Dispatches one squad trying to give a look to the other squad. That squad to more fire from the Panzers, leaving the other squad to have to push forward to deal with that. So, bit of an intense maneuvers here. Both hitting the dirt of the flying positions. Panzer being shot to bits. No fuel pump. There you go. Mechanized armor company. Can rush out T-34 from 6th. Of course, he may be tempted to go for the T-3045, which is obviously a really good pick. Looks moving about there. We got 6 kills on it. Half HP2 there. Down the point here. Troops enforcing healing. And then you go on the west right by the looks. Lenya continues to keep up his aggressive branch of surprise tactics. He's the man that hides behind the door and goes Überraschung at you. And then beats you with a trench shovel. Anyways, Panzer there, Rowdy, Sturm Panzer bring up T-34 on there for Shogun Cho. Pulling in some fresh armor. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. Flashing out the engineers, get that said. I mean, Lenya's getting a lot of fuel here. Bit dangerous there for Shogun Cho the longer this persists. Another mine there, but it looks good hit. Guard squad reinforcing again. Could still cause up a bit more squads with light machine guns. There we go. Second squad being upgraded with the DP. And the T-34 is almost ready here to challenge. Lenya is... Oh, could set off. Oh dear, this looks like it's going to... Yeah! Looks like a total of 4 men there, taken out by a single mine. That's pretty great value there for Shogun Cho. Pretty great value, and of course, pretty awful for Lenya. That's not the sort of value you want to be triggering. Who's the thing pushed back by the Guards wall there? T-34 moving in there. Could definitely do some head damage to the Panzer. There goes, shoots. Oh, that was lucky there for Lenya. Again, there's a bunch up. The T-Fit landed a great hit. That could have been possibly some wipes there. Also, he's being a bit hesitant there. I think he's going to be slightly more aggressive. That said, I understand not wanting to rush in too fast either. Schwerpunch, of course, getting the authorization. That said, for now, CoH2 does have the advantage. Thanks to the might with the T-34 from 6. Lenya going for the Kennwerfer. He could, of course, also in a pinch add a Panzerschreck there to the 3rd or 4th Panzer Squad here. So sort of add extra anti-tank firepower there. We'll see what he does. T-34 rushing westwards there. Going to clear out that machine gun. Grab me some points here. Very good. Can, of course, lay down some more mines. Of course, may preserve munitions for that final DP light machine gun up here. Machine gun right here as the T-34 quickly moves in. It lifts the machine gun crew. It's short notice. Looks like about there. Machine gun entering further fire, but actually not really like anything significant here. But there you go, killed. One thing came out when the T-34 takes a good deal of its anti-tank damage. It comes from its whole machine gun. Like, I think out of any of the tanks in the game, I think the K1 shares, by the way, the whole machine gun does some incredible damage with its whole machine gun. Like, other tanks like the Panther will do so, quite done damage there, except with the Pinlock, but like the T-34 machine gun, I think, by far out-damages tanks. Plus, its main gun is also quite good as an infantry, but it's just to remind you, when you're fighting infantry, keep the bloody whole machine gun against the infantry, because a lot of players tend to just use the turret only, or focus on that, but really you want to point the front of the tank towards the infantry as well, because that whole machine gun can absolutely do some nasty bits. Grab these some fuel penalties from in there, Luke's hiding out, and then we also find from the T-34, maybe a bait. Get the T-34 to stand still for a Commander hit. It simply can't hit. Good shooting there, auto. Same shot that goes through. Westward, see we got guard squads to punch with his ears. Need some support there, I think. T-34 is the cap there, going to hit anti-tank rifle grenade. Into pushing ahead, there we go. Damage engine, that's going to definitely force out of the fight there because it can stick around, always risk getting knocked out with Ken. Guard squad hitting overwhelmed as well. Need to treat that guard squad, I think. Taking too much damage already. There you go, quick grenade as a parting gift here to the Germans. Back here, nothing further going on. He's probably setting up for the T-35 here, which is very understandable. Watch the pins going for the punch for Zeta. Now the T-35 from CoH2. Now a T-35 was sort of semi-expecting that, but obviously just getting out a T-34 from 6s right now obviously has its value as well. Shooting about the east here for Lenya. Back here, reinforcing healing for CoH2. Just moving back for healing reinforcement there for Lenya. Fixing up the looks. Guineas on watch there by the Western Victory Point. Grabbing some Western munitions as well. Very good. And finally getting the 3rd guard squad upgraded with the DP light machine guns. Second T-34 almost done. You could of course also consider heavy mortar at some point, since artillery heavy versus Lenya would also be a very good addition. Could add some pressure there to Lenya and force him to be a bit more aggressive in some ways. He may not always be, but again, we all know that Lenya is aggressive, though. He's starting to get a bit more passive, perhaps, here versus CoH2. Perhaps hoping for CoH2 to extend and make a mistake. Oh, they got 2 T-34s down now. That's obviously a threat there to Lenya's infantry in particular. Obviously, his looks is also in the danger zone against that. Veterans 1 gained. There we go for the flank. Just going to force the T-34 to fall back immediately. Set. That means that the flank under the Kennwerfer is dispersed, below the other T-34 racing to clear that out, and we could for their defending these in the fuel point. T-forming in. There we go. Now the Kennwerfer needs to get away now. There we go. Force retreat. Storm Hunt being shot with the guard squad. Almost got the Kennwerfer wiped. They missed opportunity, I think, here for Lenya to CoH2 to take it out there. I think that feels like a bit of a mistake there. Could have destroyed it there. Denying Lenya caused a critical anti-tank weapon here versus CoH2. Still no sign of upgrade here. Could it be the Panzerschreck? Could be the G for the Fleet, hard to say. Could try and take out the Schwerpunch quarters here. But he decides not to push his luck. In the west, Panzer Squad going for the western field point here, taking advantage of CoH2's heavy commitment in the east here. Lenya shifts side of the field once more. 2 thumbs up there. Enforcing healing. And back here, T-36 being self-repaired. Lenya still on arm out here. Are these planning a Panther? He might be planning to go straight for the Command Tiger, which is definitely risky and ambitious, in particular when he's only got one anti-tank weapon. But again, he could be planning Panther Strikes to help make up for that as well, though I'd still describe it as risky. So your opponent has a lot of tanks out and you don't. But I wouldn't say it's impossible that few leaders sort of manage to briefly have the over Shogun Cho. But it is risky, like, it's very risky. He does also have the victory point lead. Shogun Cho looking a bit sharper there. We've got Tristan at the centre. Westwood's there, almost got the punch wiped out. But really good play with the ground defensive doctrine so far. I think it's a Lenya's degree, though. Could use some smoke as well, I suppose. But he's definitely wielded the Panther is quite efficient. There you go. He can upgrade the 4th squad now with the Panther Strikes. But again, will he do it is another matter entirely. But it almost feels like he's setting out for that just in case here. Shogun should go for another T-34 from 6. So I think at this point he may want to get ready for the Tiger. There he goes for a field gun. Could also go for the H-85. Could go for the T-45, which of course, while not directly suited for taking on one-on-one, can certainly help absorb fire from the Tiger tank. See, going with Eastern Field Point again. Getting up onto the thing here, firing from the T-54 from 6s, machine guns, main gun there, unleashing a torrent of firepower on them. Forcing retreat there for Lenya. Reinforcing. Nothing fair going there for Shogun Cho. Field gun is out. This is 3-divisional field gun. Of course, noting he back-checked for that one. No repair pioneers on the mechanized range. Of course, something he wanted to eventually, though he's cleared at this point on the track for the Tiger tank, so he's not going to like slow down to get those out. You can also go for that later. Right now, if he's going to go for the Tiger tank, the priority is to get out the Tiger tank now as fast as possible. Panther right here from Eastern Victory Point. Still on the son of upgrades there. Ooh, almost a fallback with the T-54 from 6. Looks lenient, perhaps act as a distraction, allow the Panther to chance retreat. Tiger tank is moments away here from Lenya. Is he upgrading them? Nope, still no upgrade. Still no upgrade. Either he just forgot about them or he's willingly keeping them open just in case here. Oh, looks like we do get an upgrade there. Yeah, it's the T for the upgrade. Guess he was keeping them there as a reserve until he got the Tiger tank out, so in case things went sour, he could go for Panther Strikes. But now he's got the Tiger out. He's clearly not too concerned and is willing to stick to the Tiger. Let's see how Shogun Cho reacts to the arrival of the Tiger tank here. The Phalanx Panzerkampf Wagen 6 Tiger. He's got one field in the T-34s plus a lot of anti-tank routes trying to stop the Tiger tank. Would have helped if he didn't sing out the kit move sooner. Again, that might have forced the Panther Strike to happen. Anyways, another T-54 for Shogun Cho. Not super solo on that one. It's going to think to be hard to maneuver them, probably against a Tiger tank on a map like this. Like, crossing in the woods is a trickier map for larger tank maneuvers like this. I think a tank destroyer would have been a bit more of a suited choice over the Tiger tank, personally. That said, again, 3 T-56 is still laid on a lot of firepower and info whatnot, but again, it's going to be a bit tough, I think, to wield efficiently versus the Tiger tank, which is the, I think, primary concern here. Mark Tiger, though, looks like he's going for it. Field gun they got cleared out, caught in the crossing there, not great. T-54 going for looks instead. Perhaps pulling a fast one in Lenya. Sees an opportunity to get some kills in, but there we go. T-54 taking a lot of damage. Need to pull back here now. Trying to get a wipe, keep on risk losing the tanks instead, which is obviously not great here for Shogun Cho. Tiger misses though. Tiger misses, and instead of pumping up, they're wiping out a guard squad. Good kill there on Shogun Cho. T-54 pulling back here. T-54 falls down to little health. There we go. Field gun flank the punch was here. And not, I think the fine's engaging here for Shogun Cho. I mean, T-54 knocked out as well. Tiger tank keeps pushing in here. Takes out the old one, hits a mine. Less than half health here. Mark target and short. Of course, the mine did even more damage into the Tiger tank. But does Shogun Cho any way of finishing off there now? And I think the answer to that is probably a bit 9 or yet. T-54 going in there. Going to try and finish it off nonetheless, but I think it's a bit risky here. There you go. Got too close to the punch, got hit with the Tiger tank, the Kedma as well here. CoH2 is feeling a bit desperate here, but it's costing the T-54s. Well, they've got all 3 T-54s from the 6s down, committed to a aggressive attempt to take out the target tank, and I feel like failed to fall back fast enough, but also crucially failed to support the T-54s well enough. Take out the field gun there, getting cleared out like it did, I think was a critical element there that swung the engagement somewhat in favour of Lenya, and then CoH2 probably should have just fallen back there, but instead committed and ended up pushing a bit too far there. I mean, the US can still win this, but now Lenya's advantage on him is, I think, significantly larger. And CoH2 is just bleeding out now aggressively. He can't replace his armoured losses easily, I think. Plus his opponent's got the field gun as well. And more crucially, he's lost infantry. That's the one that's really, I think, tougher to replace here for CoH2. So the experience in the guardsmen will be a much more expensive loss for them, since it's not something you can just easily replace with manpower. But being shot to bits, still could see a wipe here, but no. Gets away, and Squad also gets away here. Punch Squad almost ace level. Target tank being held back for repairs, repair parties on the way there. For Lenya, and there go film apartment here, almost got the other field gun. Got it! Small win there. Back hits has been forcing in for CoH2. Field gun there with 3 kills. Eastern field pumps used there by the Sturmpionier under Lenya's command. Field gun abandoned. MD-54 for repositioning. In some ways, CoH2 may have slightly equalized things, but the situation I think still remains fairly hazardous due to a significant lack of troops. And of course the total destruction of his armoured forces. I mean, 2 field guns will be able to help with the target tank, but he's still going to have a hard time as the infantry currently. So yeah, not impossible to swing this back around, but it's going to require some absolutely top-notch play from CoH2, some great manoeuvres, or some great mistakes by Lenya, which I mean is possible. You can use Guardsmen on the center, we've got plenty of mines around the centre. That said, I feel like this was a position where Lenya's less likely to just charge in there. But nothing wrong in being, you know, thorough, and I was taking no chances there. Target tank there being fixed up. Almost ready to strike fear into the hearts of the Soviets once more. Field guns back with reinforcements. In the east there we got MD-54 being attacked by the guard squad. And routed. We got 301 versus 293, pretty close in terms of victory points, but there you go. Target tank is momentarily being ready. Should have the pin map machine there for a bit of added anti-infantry. There we go. Thumbs up to Lenya and the German army. So what will CoH2 go from? Guessing either the H-55 here or the T-35, but probably not T-54s from 6s again. Targeting eastwards, western support to the seized. Mine goes off here, killing Friedrich and Paulus. Mines down. T-35 there for CoH2. Bit more chance for the target tank, but also still got rest of the infantry. Double getting the target tank head on. Double penetrating hits there. Target tank those half 822. We got some points building seized there. Got the Strafniki moving in. Going for the kill. But they're taking a lot of damage and certainly suffering a lot of kills. There you go. Got them routed. Guard squad filming in as well there. Got the eastern field point secure once more for the glory of the Red Army. Western point machines to the Panzer Fusiliere. Grab the centre. Target tank there being fixed up once more. Could soon go for a Panzer IV. Back too aggressive, maybe not. And he's got the T-34 firing in there, punching around it. Other squad odds on top of here. Shot misses though at a fairly point blank range. Pretty lucky there for Lenya. Scrumming up north and against was the MD-34. Near suppressed and routed. Target tank moving up. Field guns near. Oh, the field has been hauled back. Right at the time the target tank strike, there's some really bad timing there for CoH2. The target tank, T-34's got caught up in a really bad place as well there. Caught trying to spin around there. Not great. Guards from there buttoning up the target tank. I think they're just in flank position. been getting a hit off there, getting back to 2-1, but that was not great there for Shogun Cho versus Lenya. That was not great. Quite the opposite. Quite the spectacularly opposite. Fielding hold forwards here, trying to take out the Tiger tank. Might go extending him off, got the infantry before coming against infantry. Shot bounces off the Tiger tank's armor, the 100mm armor just bouncing it off. In fact, in the actual war, this is 3-divisional field gun. Couldn't really penetrate the Tiger tank's armor. Like a closer range and struggled frontally, that is. I mean, sidearm, sure. Similarly, they actually struggled with the Panther's armor and couldn't simply penetrate that. So, fun fact there. Fun fact. Tiger tank there shooting through. Going straight for it. Clearing out the field gun there almost. Makes it 2 gained. There you go. Field gun exterminated. Other field gun shotgun, I think once that happens, there's a good chance that he's GG here for Shogun Church. At that point, he has no way of stopping the Tiger tank, realistically. There we go, GG, game over, victory for the German army, a victory for Kruppstiel and the Panzerfusileer. So there you go, nice little fight here with ground defensive, not something we get to see so often, in particular not with a heavy Panzerfusileer build. So I hope you enjoyed this match, I learned something fun, but I hope it gives you ideas for matches, some tactics, some strategies. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that. And of course, do consider donating, chipping in there for my new to pay off my new computer would be certainly very nice. My name is I'm off for now. See you all, and cheers everyone. Bye.